What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be installing this Powerstop Z36 kit on my 2021 Yukon Denali.
Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm pumped to dive into an awesome project, replacing the front and rear brakes on my 2021 Yukon with the Powerstop K8171-36 Z36 truck and tow brake kit. This kit's got everything: carbon fiber ceramic brake pads and drilled slotted rotors, along with the brake pad life sensors. Perfect for the Yukon, Escalade, Chevy Silverado, Suburban, Tahoe, or Sierra. Little backstory: my rotors were warped, causing some serious vibration when braking, and it was driving me nuts. I could have resurfaced them, but when I found an incredible deal on this Powerstop kit, I knew it was time for a full upgrade. Let's get to it. Stick around to see the transformation and why this kit is a game changer.
All right, here's a quick little unboxing of the Powerstop kit, the Z36. I picked this kit on Amazon. I actually had my eyes on it for quite some time, and out of nowhere on Amazon, it dropped to about, I want to say $365. I think I would have to pull up the receipt, but it was in the 300s. That is a smoking deal for this kit, when it usually is around $600 off the Powerstop website and on Amazon. So I recommend just keeping an eye on it and wait for it to go on sale. 2021 is equipped with brake pad life sensors. You can see mine are showing normal percentages. They're pretty accurate to my pad life, but the reason I'm replacing my brakes is because my rotors are warped, and anytime I'm touch the brake pedal, you can feel it vibrating in the front and a little in the rear. A good way to know if it's the front or rear is you'll feel it in the pedal a lot more if it's the front and the steering wheel, and then if it's the rear, you'll feel it a lot in your butt. It's kind of hard to explain, but once I had someone tell me that, it was a lot more obvious when it was the front or rear that the rotors were warped. All right, just a couple little tips and tricks. If you're going to be doing all four brakes, you really want to pay attention to the brake fluid level. What I like to do is do the fronts and then compress the brake pedal a few times so that you know that the fluid level goes back down to its normal level. What happens is you will compress the pistons in each one of these brake calipers, and you'll get to the last caliper in the back, depending if you're doing the front or back first, and the reservoir will actually overflow and cause a huge mess. So I don't want any mess. So what I'll do is I'm going to do the front brakes. Should have enough breathing room. Pump the brake pedal a few times, and then do the rear brakes. I'm going to get started with the driver's front. I will time lapse through this repair because it is just brake parts replacement. It is an intermediate job, so I don't really want people just doing this willy-nilly. I always highly recommend taking your vehicle to a professional shop. Check prices, buy your own parts if you can. Make sure they have good warranties. But for this video, I will just be putting these brakes on and then kind of doing an install and a review on the Powerstop Z36 kit. Okay, just got the driver's side done. Oh man, they're sweet. Very simple install. I love this new style. Not new style, but it's like kind of a 4-piston setup, kind of like Brembo. It just makes brake pad changes and rotors so easy. These 2 pins slide out, pads slide out. There we go. Driver's side on. You can see they label each rotor for you, which is nice, so you're not guessing where your slots and drilled rotors go. This driver's side is the side that has the brake pad life sensor. You can see it's right here. It just slips on the inside of the pad. It's really slick, actually. And then as soon as it starts wearing, it'll start counting down your percentage.
Show me the all damn day. Show me the all damn day.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That looks great. That completes the passenger side front, which completes the front. Just one more look at those rotors. Oh, that's sweet. That's the driver's side. Let's do the rears. Like I mentioned, you're gonna wanna pump the brake pedal to get that air, not the air, but the extra room that you created in the hydraulic system from spreading the pistons in the brake calipers. So that just ensures, one, your front brakes are going to work the first time that you step on the brake pedal, and two, your reservoir won't overfill from compressing all four calipers. All right. Bam. Got the passenger rear done. It's awesome. Of course, the rears are always just a little harder. You got to twist in and push the piston on these Yukons. I know they went away from that for a while, but now it looks like they're back. It was pretty easy. I was able to compress the piston with just some needle nose pliers in my hand. All right, one more brake set to go. All right, we got it done. It wasn't that bad. I know the dealer used to pay 2 hours for the front, 2 hours for the rear. I think I got this done in less than 3 hours for that's front and rear brakes. Here's the aftermath, some parts. Oh man, just more aftermath. If you're as messy as I am. All right, we're done and time to test drive. Powerstop does recommend doing their break-in procedure, so we're going to look that up now and follow it to the T and hope we have some awesome brakes. Like I mentioned several times, always come and pump the brake pedal. You're going to want to make sure it gets nice and firm before you even start the truck. I don't know how many times I've seen guys do a four-wheel brake job and slap the wheels all back on, jump in, fire the truck up, put it in reverse, and there goes the truck. Because you're not going to have brakes for at least the first 3 or 4 pumps of that brake pedal. I've seen cars go through walls. I've seen them go into toolboxes. So always make sure you come and pump the brake pedal. Make sure that it has pressure. It's getting hard. If it never does get hard, you may have some air in the system and you may need to bleed your brakes. It is possible, but it's very rare on a brake job to get air in the brakes unless there's some kind of leak or previous repair that wasn't done correctly. Okay, just started it up, and as you can see, I had a ton of lights. All the lights were flashing. It's setting a ton of codes. This is GM's new funny way of getting you guys to bring your trucks and cars in to have them do brakes. Basically, the computer system senses some hydraulic movement or something, and basically it sets leak codes into your EBCM, and it pretty much shuts down your whole braking system. So a freaking awesome buddy of mine, Carlos, at the dealer, gave me a couple tips and tricks to clear this. You're supposed to do a whole bleeding procedure, I believe, at GM, but basically what you want to do is, if you have a button start and you're after you had just replaced all the brakes and the sensors, you want to turn the truck on, turn the car on, engine off, key on. So you just hold this without touching the brake pedal until the car turns on. You're going to want to clear the codes. So it does require to have some kind of scanner to clear all the codes in the vehicle. Once the codes are cleared, you want to shut the truck off one more time and then key back on the truck. And then basically you're just going to pump the crap out of the brake pedal, probably 20 or 30 times, kind of just mimicking a bleed situation. I don't know if this is a trick to trick the computer, but so what happened was I turned the car back on, and now magically all my codes, all the lights, the ECM and all those lights are gone. Clear your codes one more time, key it off, get out of the truck, and let it just time out. So get everything out, shut the door, make sure everything times out, take the key out of the truck, and then basically you should be good to go. I fired it up after it timed out. I made sure there was no more codes in the ECM, and bam, all my brake system failure codes are gone. So that is awesome. If it doesn't work the first time, I was told to try to repeat it a couple times with just pumping the brake pedal. Don't get crazy. Worst case scenario, you may have to take it to the dealer to have someone else with the appropriate scanner clear all the codes. But bam, that's awesome. We're back in business. Now I'm going to go do this brake pad and rotor break-in procedure from Powerstop. So I'm out. Luckily, I have tons of back roads out here in Ozark. Make sure you find a nice, safe place to do this break-in procedure. You are going to want to do 5 stops from 40 to 10, aggressive, and then you're going to do 5 stops from 35 to 10, and then you need to drive for 5 minutes at a decent speed, I believe it says. So here we go. I'm going to put the camera down so that I safely can perform this break-in procedure. All right, we just finished the break-in procedure. These brakes are phenomenal. I love the extra stopping power. I can already tell a huge difference from my factory brakes. They feel amazing. They're quiet. They're smooth. Man, no more warped rotors. And man, I did this for a fraction of the cost that it would have costed me at a shop. So stoked I found this deal. Make sure you check out Amazon. I have the links below, down in the description. They are Amazon affiliate. They help me out. Keep checking for the price to drop because I found this at a smoking deal. Thanks for watching, guys.